There's a new kid on the block. Doogee is an emerging brand that was able to find its way instantly in the Philippine shores. This newcomer is so eager to make a name for themselves that they already released a bizarre smartphone, the Doogee Mix. Hi, this is Patrick Cañete from NoyPX.com, and here's a review of the Doogee Mix. All Meta smartphone builds have already dominated the market. They used to be an exclusive to the high-end ones, but mid-range devices like the Doogee Mix now also have it. But let's get right on to the highlight of this device, which is the bezel-less design. Doogee got both the design and branding to the Xiaomi Mi Mix. This bezel-less appearance really made the device look cool and stunning. However, I firmly think that Doogee has committed some sort of a false advertising on the Mix. The official renders shows a smartphone with completely non-existent bezels, which is obviously not the case. And speaking of the display, what we have here is a 5.5-inch AMOLED panel that has a 1280 by 720 resolution. This thing has good colors, deep blacks, and its difference with a 1080p panel is barely noticeable, at least to the naked eye. On the downside, it does struggle outdoors and attracts quite a lot of reflections. Inside, we have a 2.5 GHz Helio P25 processor, a Mali T880 GPU, and a 6GB RAM with 64GB internal storage. The device is also available in a 4GB variant. The chipset was able to cope up with my day-to-day use, and I was able to play games like NBA Live at good frame rates. There had been some occasional stutters and hiccups, but those are just a norm to Android and MediaTek processors. It is also equipped with 3380 mAh battery, which was able to last me for about 12 hours during a day of casual use. While PCMark's synthetic benchmark gave it a score of 6 hours and 35 minutes of screen on time before it reached 20%. Now onto the things that are not so good about this device. First, the mid-lane fingerprint scanner, which has a success rate of 80% of scanning my finger correctly. That forced me to just use the lock screen pattern instead at some occasions. We also have the half-baked user interface. Despite the dated Android 7.0 nougat that's running on this thing, Doogee still insisted to have their own Doogee UI 1.0 interface on top of it. Since this is just the 1.0 version, we'll cut them some slack since they obviously still has a lot of work to do. The interface works well, but I noticed a few minor glitches from here and there. The Doogee is a blend of Asus ZenUI's customizability features and the Oppo ColorOS's minimalistic fonts and icons. If you're most Android users who likes customizing their phones, you'll really appreciate this one. And lastly, we have the overrated cameras. This thing packs a 16MP and 8MP dual cameras at the back with optical zoom. While it may look good on paper, it didn't translate to good real-world performance. The colors from the 16MP sensor looks washed out and lame, the contrast also struggles, and the dynamic range is just awful. Also, despite the high-resolution sensor, sharpness is middling. You can also expect nothing more from its low-light performance. I also have the same verdict with the secondary 8MP sensor. However, its optical zoom capability gave me an extra hand to frame my composition perfectly by removing the unnecessary objects in the frame. On the other hand, the 5MP selfie camera with a subtle wide-angle lens also has disappointing performance. The sharpness and details might be forgivable due to the hardware limitation, but the colors and contrast could have been way better. And for some reason, the images taken has this aggressive warm tone as if a filter has been added. All this fiasco surrounding the camera can be possibly fixed with a software update, but for now, it will have a failing mark from us. Doogee has created quite a hype around the Mix. Other than the numerous marketing shenanigans, the loud numbers found on the spec sheet was enough to call everybody's attention. However, it looks like the Doogee Mix didn't quite live up to the hype. But don't get me wrong, the Mix is a good smartphone, especially for the price. The cameras might be overrated and the half-baked interface still needs some working, but there's no denying how gorgeous that almost bezel-less screen looks like. It also has good processing performance, decent display quality, all for a value price of 9,395 pesos for the 4GB RAM variant, while the one we have here, the 6GB RAM config, will run you for an extra 1,000 pesos. Again, this has been Patrick Cañete from theweeks.com. For a more detailed look about this device, make sure to check out our full written review link below. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to hit the like button and share this video if you liked it. Thank you for watching.